we go from Denver. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second and 3. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
First down, Saints.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Back to Kamara for another catch. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the Broncos' 3-yard line.
Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Oh, he bowls over it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They go play action here on first down. Going for it all. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Laviska Shenault, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Back to throw here. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? With the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On play action, they'll throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Broncos are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Now, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it, because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there, getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll fire one downfield for Fant, and that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the clock reads 30 seconds to go, so really not a whole lot of time to speak of. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This will be caught by Brown. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find a soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. Sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He'll drop to throw. Here's a diving catch right side.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Looking to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Shenault. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They'll set up a throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked.
And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a 2nd down and 6.
They'll look to throw here. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Oh, he fakes the spike. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. Not much there, only a yard.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5, and he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Saints,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they'll get another road date next week.